So we're back again with whatever this is. Today, I got an interesting deck for you today. This is Last Words Fusion Shadow. To explain a bit about what is going on here, as you know, or maybe you don't know, but Grey voidknight has the ability to search out Last Words cards, which is for 0 PP, which is very strong if you are playing a Last Words deck. And the Last Words deck lost Cerberus and Deathly Tyrant's Feast last expansion, which means it's very low on firepower. So this deck aims to make up for the lack of firepower using the Grey voidknight package, and that's the idea of how this deck came to be. Full disclosure, this deck is not mine. I copied this from a Japanese player who only plays Shadow and nothing else but Shadow. His name is Jasun. I will link him in the description of this video. Few disclaimers to make before we get into the games. Number one, again, the games for this video are recorded in Grand Prix, so I will have to add in my own BGM, so you have to deal with that for another video. Number two, this deck is, I believe, still a work in progress for him. If you want to check out what he's doing with this deck and where it's headed, you can check out his streams. I will link his channel in the description. You can watch his stuff if you want. He plays only Shadow, so if you like Shadow, you might like his content. Next, disclaimer. Unlike normal, I'm not going to be going too in depth about how exactly you play this deck, because I learned to play this deck from his video, and it seems kind of disingenuous to just sit here and present his guide as like my own video, so I won't be doing that too much. I'll just talk a bit about what I'm thinking about while I'm playing, but I won't go into depth about how to play the deck exactly. And yeah, that's it. That's all. And let's just jump into some games. So our first game of the day will be against Portal, and we are going second here. As with most decks in the meta, we'd obviously rather go first, but going second is not the worst outcome for this deck. Against, well, it depends on the opponent really, but in this case Portal, probably not too bad. The goal of the deck, Last Words part, so you just play out Last Words. You don't really bother saving the dog unless you need the dog for something specific, like against Machina maybe, but in this case it's like, well, at this point we know it's not Machina, so I don't really have to care about saving the dog anymore. So I'm just gonna, you know, look for my combo pieces while getting some Last Words in, and that's basically how this game goes. So they have a lot of that card, Fiery Barrage, which removes followers effects including Last Words, which will slow down the Last Words count, and it denied me some draw, which is pretty annoying. So I'm not a big fan of them playing that card on me, but we are more concerned with the voidknight combo than the Last Words in this game, so it's not too big of a deal to lose our Last Words. We'll usually reach the bulk of our Last Words with the actual voidknight combo anyway, so that's fine. Look at this, top down the arc. And when we see the arc, we just stop evolving stuff altogether. We don't want them to get the arc value. It's like not exactly game losing, but I mean, we want to deny them value wherever we can, right? So yeah, just fuse in your followers. Make sure to pay attention to what followers you are fusing. You want to summon exactly the correct number of followers from your Heart's Radiance, because if you have too many followers, you will accidentally not summon the voidknight, or sorry, the whatever the transmute version's name is, I forgot what it was. But if you have too little followers, then you are losing out on value. So just a little bit of a balancing act to make there. I'm actually just hoping they'll clear my board for me here, because if they board lock me, it's a bit annoying for me, but thankfully they just drop a Cure Zael here for some reason and clear my board for me. So we have free reign to pull off our combo. I'm just trading off my followers here to make sure I have board space. And then just transmuting it. Just remember that when on the transmutation, on the fuse that transmutes the card, it won't actually search anything, so just keep that in mind. And that's the Heart Radiance. And we summon a full board here. And thanks to the stuff we played last turn, we have a few shadows here so we can get the Hydra dead once here. And that will buff up Adjudicator a bit more. They have the Battle Cruiser here, but I mean I have 2 extended as long as one lives. Even if it doesn't live, I have Night Terrors to draw more stuff. We're in pretty good shape to just win the game this turn, so it's not a big deal that we lost the board there. And here I'm just gonna... I mean, there's really no need to go this far, but I'm just gonna do it to get more stats. Actually, I could have gotten more stats. Let me correct myself. Anyway, next game. So for our next game, we have a game against Surprise Portal again, and this time we are going first, which is the better outcome for this deck generally. I kept Hogan Moon in here. It's a very standard card to keep really. It's just draw. I think Asphalt has always kept it since the beginning, since the Asphalt days. So nothing much to do here. I'm just gonna pass. And here we see it's Machina. So against Machina, your game plan's not... Well, you have Corpse Dog, which you can use to transform the Machinas, which slows them down, which is pretty valuable. But other than that, you don't have that much going on. So I'm just trying to find my combo pieces as usual. And then I just trade into the Consumer mechanic here. The dog here is a bit awkward because it doesn't actually transform anything. Maybe I shouldn't have done that. As you can see here, they play around the transform by trading off the Assembly Droid, and then they played 2 Joffrey. I don't actually know how to pronounce the guy's name. Anyway, he played 2 of him. And important note here, you don't trade into them, because if you trade into them, they just give them another droid. And if you don't trade into them, they have to figure out what to do with the droid themselves, so I just don't trade here. And then they play Lyle. And evolve it. I guess they're gonna full clear my board for me here, which is fine for me, it's not a big deal. Actually, it's beneficial for me that they clear my board here, and they even waste the puppet. You see, they even waste the puppet for it, which is nothing but good for me. And then they play out a lot of Machina cards. So here we have assembled all the combo pieces we need, so I'm just gonna fuse here and just get ready for next turn. There was not really any reason to play it here, I don't think. I mean, it got me some like shadow, so it's fine, I guess. I'm not really concerned with leaving some of their board alive. We heal quite a lot next turn, and they are the ones who have to figure out how to destroy their followers to get the info of gratitude now, right? And so here's the combo again. I'll never get tired of pulling this combo off. It's so fun every time. It's so satisfying. Look at it. Look at the majesty of it. And then Kurzaya would probably prolong their life here for a bit long. Well, I have Eastern Dead, so probably not, but from their point of view, Kurzaya might have prolonged their life a bit, but they didn't have it. They went for the next best thing, which is Synthetic Eden, which is fine for them. But unfortunately for them, I have Eastern Dead, which is very easily lethal, so... Nice and fun game, as usual with Machina Portal, as long as they don't get their Machina count too fast, you can usually get through them pretty simply. And here I'm just going for like maximum stats possible on the adjudicator before I finish them off. Just for fun. It's very satisfying to see the very big number, get it go. And that's it for this game. Let's go for one more. So our last game here will be against Haven, and once again we're going first. You may notice there's a lot of going first in this video, and that's because you win a lot more going first, which means that I get better footage when I go first, so that's why there's a lot of going first games. The more you know, I guess. So we usually just assume they're Heal Haven. I mean, there's not that much else it could be. Heal Haven is a relatively decent matchup in my opinion, just because they don't have that much to threaten you, like before your Heart's Radiance turn, as long as you actually get the Heart's Radiance turn combo off, of course. And here we see them pull out the standard Kira and the Sacred Urn, which is good for them. And me, I'm just trying to draw here, find my pieces. The Underworld Lieutenant here, you can just play honestly, even outside of your Evo turns. Ideally against decks that can't actually clear him, of course. In this case, this is a deck that can't actually clear him, so it's fine. Here I went for leads to pop the thing, then I realized I should probably clear it and not ignore it, so that's why I'm playing the Corpse Dog here. The Corpse Dog plus Night Terror's combo is important to remember against Heal Haven specifically to clear the ambush, because the ambush is such a big problem. And there's the Aether. Thankfully, I don't think they had Lu. If they had Lu, I might have been in a bit more trouble here, depending on what the Lu hit. And here I'm just trading my stuff off, and then just play the Fugin Moon in to just draw and find my combo pieces as usual. Generally, if you can get your Adjudicator down and then survive a turn, you should pretty safely have the game. Wolf thing here as my backup plan with the kernels crystallize and that Spartoid that just got destroyed. I will reach last words 10 next turn, so even if I don't have the chance to play my Heart's Radiance combo, which I don't have it in hand right now, so if I don't have the chance to play the combo, I still have Instant to deal with whatever they might play. And here comes the Mikhail. So this is my last chance to draw this turn, and hopefully I top deck Heart's Radiance. And there's the Heart's Radiance that I just top decked. There's no benefit to me trading off the kernel here, it's better to send it face, so that's why I'm intentionally making so my Heart's Radiance only summons 4 followers, so that I don't have any weird interaction where Adjudicator doesn't get summoned. There's no reason to evolve here, so I just trade the Hydra to get more stats on the Adjudicator in case they do something weird, and they couldn't clear it, so I win, and that's the end of this game. So pretty short one this time. I hope you enjoyed those games and getting to see the Heart's Radiance combo in action. Full disclosure, of course, this deck is not super strong, it's fairly inconsistent, it's very weak in the early game. My win rate with this deck was very low, and also the reason why there was no games against like Loot Sword or Aggro Blood was because I lost every game against them, so you can imagine this deck isn't super strong. Of course part of it is skill issue. I mean, we joke about skill issue, but really I think I didn't play this deck super well. I still need more practice to win with it more, I would guess. But yeah, it's not super strong, obviously. It's like for fun if you want to just try it out. The original creator for this deck, Jasun, is still working on the list, and maybe he'll get a list that works even better than this one, and if he does and it's significant enough change, I might make another video on it. But for now, this was more of a showcase than an actual guide. I hope you liked it, I hope it was okay. Once again, check out his video, check out his streams if you want to see more of this deck in action and how it's being developed. And yeah, I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.